You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on the irlonestar.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Toast to the Town with Christy and Mel. It's a not so beautiful Wednesday, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
It's warm.
It's a little warm and muggy.
Yeah, but I'll take warm over cold.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
But it's still a great day to be here
It
in
is.
downtown Conroe in the
Absolutely
studio,
it
and
is.
so many fun things going on, and everything's just
Lots of
rolling.
excitement.
It's the first of the year, and things have not slowed down one bit.
No, they haven't. But that's good.
That is good.
That's great.
I know.
That's great.
Hey, it keeps us out of trouble, right?
Yeah.
Or at least, it's a good attempt
It
anyway.
just redirects our trouble.
Redirects our trouble. Yes, yes. But it is a great day to be here. We've got some great things to talk about today. Some great events coming up that we want to make sure that we share, and it's just kind of that time of year where we're still reflecting on Steve Scott's show from last week.
I had so many comments on that.
I did too, and it really helped me reflect, and I started to go back and re-watch it just to listen to what he said, because you can do that on our YouTube channel, or you can just look at our Facebook page and you can watch the video. And I'm still going to. I just haven't had time, but just to kind of calibrate all the words that he said, because it was pretty amazing.
It was, and he's such a great guy too.
Yes, he is, and very insightful, and gave us some really good direction. And now we're working to put it in place. And if we can just have time to come up for air, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, if we can have time to breathe.
I know.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, it's been kind of nuts, but there's been all kinds of good things coming on. So this morning was the Woodlands Chamber of Commerce networking breakfast.
Right.
It was at Fleming's this morning. For the first time in forever, I had to miss it. It made me very, very sad, but sometimes life just dictates.
I know.
Otherwise,
I know.
But tomorrow night is kind of your nemesis.
Oh,
Yes, it's a great event.
what's that?
Taste of the Town,
Oh,
hosted by the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
That is, of course, at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. If you've never been, they have over 50 restaurants and other places, because some of them are grocery stores that are there cooking. But you can sample food for hours, literal hours, because it goes from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. You show up. If you buy your tickets in advance, you save $5 off the door price. It's $35 for adults and $20 for kids ages 5 to 11, or $40 and $25 at the door. But for all that time, you can eat and drink as much as you want. And the adult tickets include 2 adult beverages of your choice.
wow.
I know. So if you're looking for a very cool, unique, fun place to go eat dinner tomorrow night and even take the kids, go to Taste of the Town, hosted by the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce. You can go to woodlandschamber.org to get those tickets and get all the information. But I promise you won't regret it. It's a lot of fun.
No, you won't. And just not to be confused with Toast of the Town.
Right. But it's like 3,000 of your closest friends.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's going on tomorrow night, which is going to be a lot of fun. Happening this weekend is the Houston Money Show.
The what?
Yeah, the Houston Money Show. I know. I want them to
Sign
show me the
up.
money. I know. But, if you're interested in buying and selling coins, or if you're into historic
very
coins, or, looking, I know they're going to have a lot of exhibitors too. That's going on Friday and Saturday at the Lone Star Convention Center. Really interesting. I've been given some coin collections and some, what do you call them? Things, proofs, coin proofs,
Oh, yeah.
on special occasions and special years, that kind of have been bookmarked by certain events, and I have those, and it's really cool to have. It's just a really cool thing to commemorate a special year.
My dad collected coins. And
Really?
They were, and he for years and years and years, and I got to find out what he did with them.
Oh,
now.
see, I know. And then this weekend, lots of fun things coming up. The Kroger's in the Woodlands are having a citywide customer appreciation event at all the area Kroger stores. It goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're giving away food. They're having lots of fun, things for the kids, and they've got giveaways, so you can go check that out. There is Bart Crow playing at Do-Si-Do on Saturday, and then Killen's Barbecue is having a pop-up in the Woodlands. Now, this sounds like a really great idea. So they're going to have their new pit master there, and he's going to be grilling up all kinds of ribs and pulled pork and chopped beef and brisket and pork.
I'm hungry.
I know, I am too. Anyway, and so you could come there, and they've got all the sides, and if you go, they're offering free Lone Star.
Huh.
I know. Obviously, they don't realize how much damage to Lone Star I could do, but that's going on from 11 to 3 in the Woodlands, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we have another little event coming up that we're going to go ahead and mention, but we're going to talk about in more length, which is the Metro Go Texan Dance on Saturday. And then quickly coming up behind it, next Saturday on the 25th, we have the Montgomery County Fair Association presents Elvis and the Legends, which is an amazing show. If you're into, if you're into Elvis impersonators, we bring in the top of the country. But we also have a Johnny Cash impersonator, but the music is going to be outstanding. We have dinner coming in from Shade Tree Cookers. You can BYOB or you can buy beer and wine. And it really is so, so much fun. And that is going to be at the in the exhibit building of the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. So you can get those tickets at mcfa.org. Just look for the link to Elvis and the Legends. And then, of course, we have the Go Texan Parade coming up in February.
Right.
Which will be here before you know it. If you're interested in being a part of that, you can actually go to Conroe.org, which is the Conroe Chamber's website. And they work in conjunction with the Metro Go Texan Committee here of Conroe, Willis and The Woodlands. And you can actually download that entry form. And it's really cool because it's free if you're a nonprofit or if you're a kids organization or whatever. And if you're a business, it's only $50. But, it's such a huge turnout because it really kicks off rodeo season. I know.
Right. And we all love rodeo
we
season
do.
in this part of the world.
I know. And I'm excited, because there are still some performers that they have not announced
I know.
for HLSR season.
I know. It's going to be great.
I know, but I'm chomping at the bit. But I've already got a few of them kind of circled and picked out that and I want to go to. So, but if you want to sign up, be a part of the Go Texan Parade. It's a tremendous amount of fun. And we'll tell you more about that too. And then we have now set the date, so you can save the date for Around the World in 180 Minutes, which is the Bridgewood Farms Wine Fest. Wine from around the world. You cannot whine because there will be wine. Lots of wine.
I know. And I've enjoyed the last several of those. They're awesome.
They're fun.
Awesome events.
Yes. So that will be coming up on April the 18th. It's a Saturday. We are going to be having it at the brand new North Side Lexus showroom. It's a beautiful, brand new facility. It's right off 45, so it's really convenient.
I've seen it.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. We're actually partnering with Raise Your Hand for Rhett Foundation, our good friend Kevin Black and Dave Clements, who put together an amazing pictorial book of different musical artists and all kinds of performers raising a hand to raise money for Rett syndrome. And so we're partnering with them. They're bringing some amazing artwork, some beautiful photographs that we get to auction off. So we're so excited. It's always good to make friends and work together. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we've got going on, that's just kind of the understatement, but everybody knows it's going on, are the elections.
Yes.
All the campaigning that's going on. And we've had
Yes.
lots and lots and lots and lots of activities, all the different forums that we've been to and all that sort of thing. And just so people can know, the first thing is that I believe it's tomorrow that North Shore Republican Women is having... what's his name? Alan West is going to be there, I think, tomorrow for lunch.
I think so.
Y'all might check on that website if you're interested in that.
Yeah, and they just had their forum.
Somebody just mentioned it to me while they had their forum last night.
Yes.
And which, is always, they always do a great job with their forum. I think my favorite forums, though, are the Eagle Forum. I think they just do an awesome job.
Well, I do too. And I think you get a little bit more insight because you actually get a chance to ask questions. That was the only thing about the forum last night, is every candidate got a 3-minute chunk of time to sell themselves, if you
Right,
will.
right.
And and they all do a great job because it really takes a lot of guts and a lot of hard work and a
yeah.
lot of
It does.
perseverance to run for office. So I respect anybody who throws their hat in the ring because it really is.
Absolutely.
It's a whole nother full-time job.
Well, and of course you and I work in the middle of all that, so we have an up close and personal opinion of each single person.
Right.
And it's always difficult, you get down to, especially starting to be this time, because it starts to filter out and you kind of start to see how things are shaping up. But the most interesting part of it is that you want to stomp your foot and say, no, you can't say that. No, you can't
And
do
you can't.
that. And
No rebuttal.
No, I know.
No rebuttal.
I know.
That's
I
the
know.
only thing that gets me.
So,
And you can't ask questions. That's the only thing about that format.
And it makes you wonder, and maybe this will be the start of something really great, a really great idea. Maybe our producer, Dick, maybe you'll want to do this with us. We may have our own forum in 2 years when we do this again, but I think a forum where people do get the opportunity to talk, but a really big one where everybody comes to the same place at the same time,
Right.
has a huge crowd, and makes it worth the moxie,
Yeah. Right.
to do it.
Well,
Anyway, I think it'd be really interesting.
And last year
And
we
put it
had,
on the radio.
we had talked about doing this and we didn't, and maybe there's still time that we could put it together about doing a forum with some of our area teens. And doing a kids forum, and we call it kids forum. It's going to be mostly older kids, but high school students, college students that are paying attention, that are involved,
Right.
and allow them a chance to ask these candidates
Sure.
questions. They're not voters, but their parents are, and I think it's such an opportunity to get youth involved back in politics because politics has gotten such an ugly rap.
Right.
Especially here in recent days, if you look on the national level, but it's just, I think it would be a good time to engage kids.
And I watched. I didn't watch. Excuse me. I had the TV on and I had to turn it off when I came in this morning from appointments that I was on. The speaker was speaking and she had things to say, and and I had a disagreement with every person that walked up there.
Right.
And my thoughts were, why? And I turned it off because I had to get some things done. But I think it's important. If I hadn't been interested in it when I was in high school, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing
Exactly.
today. So I think you're right.
Well,
I think that more than their parents, I mean, yes, they're parents, but I think that these kids are bright kids. I think
Absolutely.
they're intelligent kids. And the kids, the people that work in politics for the first 10 years of their life are kids, obviously.
Learning.
They're learning, and they work. That's who works in the campaigns.
Well, remember whenever we had Robert Kasperzak on, who's a candidate for the 457th, the new civil court that's going to
Right.
be on the ballot here
Right.
on March 3rd, we had my son Jackson and his friend Dylan that were here for Career Day, and they
Right.
joined us. They were kind of
Right.
getting
And they
on
asked
everything that we do,
questions.
and they asked some
Thoughtful
really
questions.
insightful, wonderful questions.
Right.
And I think sometimes kids will only rise to the level of expectations that we have.
Right.
So if you raise those expectations, they come through. Because I thought, man, these kids are going to be like, whatever.
Yeah.
And even though Jackson and Katie both have been a part of the process, they've campaigned, they've block walked, they've worked polling locations and everything. But, and even Dylan, who hasn't been directly involved in the political process before, great questions because they're paying attention.
Sure.
And the kids are listening even when you don't think they are. And so give them an opportunity to judge these candidates. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think we should work on that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We need to work on that.
I know, yeah, I think it'd be a great idea.
Anyway.
And I think it'd be fun for the candidates because it's probably a little less stressful, or they're expecting it to be less stressful.
Yeah.
When they have a high school student that comes and asks them questions.
Exactly. And I think that honestly, it's my opinion, and of course I've never been a candidate, never will be.
Right.
My job is just to tell them what to do. That's supposed to be funny.
But it works. It works.
Yeah, it works. But I think that most candidates want good questions.
Yes.
Tough. They don't even mind tough
No.
questions because they're ready to answer. They're ready to tell you what they'll do.
Yes.
They're ready to challenge the other guy.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the opportunity, it was a wasted hour of their time.
Absolutely was.
You
Yes,
know?
it was.
So I think it's a very positive thing.
Yeah, I think we should look into it. I think we've still got time to put something together, and
We
you
gotta
know,
hurry.
why not just add one more thing?
Yeah.
You know, we only have a few things coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a couple. Also, you know, one thing that I didn't talk about, we have the Conroe Chamber Balls coming up next week too.
Yes, I saw that on
I
the
know.
calendar.
And you know what else is happening? I believe on Friday. I'm so excited about this.
Is that like day after tomorrow, Friday?
Yes. Is it already day after tomorrow, Friday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Whew.
It's hump day.
It doesn't seem it. But the new Dave and Buster's in Shenandoah is opening up. I know it.
That's cool.
Yes, so that's going to be really exciting too. I don't know why I just got off on that tangent. It may have something to do with the very little amount of sleep I got last night.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
yeah.
Well, we were talking to each other after midnight.
Yeah,
so
it was, you know, but it's a busy week, busy time.
It is.
Lots of things
It
going
is.
on. But I'm so excited about our event this weekend, and I believe our guest might be running just a tad bit late, but
Yes.
you know, as it goes with work and life. But we are really excited to talk about the Metro Go Texan Dance that is coming up this Saturday. It's such a wonderful committee, such a wonderful group. I'm very blessed to be a part of it. This is actually the second time I've been a part of it.
Yeah.
Did it for a while, got out, took a break, came back, you know. But lots of great people. And all they do is raise money for scholarships specifically for kids here in Conroe and Willis school districts.
That's awesome.
I know. So that all goes through the Houston Livestock Show and Radio. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But why don't we go ahead and take a little break?
Okay.
And we'll find out where our guest is because she's amazing, but also very, very busy. But we thank you for tuning in to Toast the Town with Christy and Mel. If you're here in the Conroe area, tune in on your FM dial at 104.5 or 106.1 FM. Of course, you can also watch us live on the Moxie Facebook page. And then afterwards, you can watch us on Facebook and on YouTube. But we are here in downtown Conroe, and
Yes,
we
we
will
are.
be right back.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line 936-647-3776 or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations: Look at the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floors. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture. Learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families, Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. This is Mel. The Mel part.
The Mel part.
The Mel part. Where's the Christy part?
It's right here.
Good, good. You know, we just, while we were on that break, we were sitting here talking about doing a forum, and oh my gosh, I'm not sure we can get it done, but I think we got to try this time. Dick,
I think we do.
Dick, what do you think? Can we make that happen, you think?
Yeah, we just opened up the back studio, so it's pretty much available most of the day and night. Mm-hmm. So I think there's definitely, and that's what always confused me about people doing races and not really going into the tech side of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you take advantage of that stuff. People are watching Facebook. People are doing those things, and I think if I think people would pay attention even in post of the broadcast, be like, oh, I want to check this out. And I know we did one, and I basically, when I edited it, I did it by the question. So if a good question was asked and you just want to see the response from this person, you can click it, and it showed
very good.
Just that answer.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
But
so they can sit back and watch the whole thing, or they can go in
Yeah,
later
and
and
just-
dissect it.
that's the way, because that's the way I would consume
Like to
a
have
forum.
fast forward to this point to listen to this question.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
because
kind of cool.
Because a lot of forums are boring.
Well, or they just get
No.
they
Yes.
just get a little bit
Yes.
redundant.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. You know, there's all these Republican women organizations, and then there's different Republican organizations, the Pachyderms, the Eagle Forums. Let me say conservative, the Patriot PAC, the Montgomery County Tea
Mm-hmm.
Party. Those are all organizations, and they all have their own forums. Okay,
Right.
and so you've got your people that are set up for 12 or 15 different forums, and for the most part, for most of them, they go in and they get 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes, pretty much max, to sit there and talk about themselves. Well, they've done this over and over and over, and the challenge is to make it just a little bit different,
Right.
And maybe there's a question or two, but for the most part, not. And they've done it over and over and over, and so their question is, what am I doing different? Should I
Right.
be out doing something else? Should I
Right.
be out gathering? Anyway, so I think this would be a really good one. I think it'd be great.
And I wouldn't put a time frame on it.
We just like open it up, huh?
Well, I would just let people talk, and then because I think most people today consume and share information when it's good stuff.
I agree.
And when you get 2 minutes, a lot of times it's like you don't really feel inspired to share that 2-minute segment with people because it's just the same thing,
Right.
And they, that they prepared it and all that
Right.
stuff. But especially like on today's debates on the big stage,
Yeah.
people are just sharing the one question.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe this is the question that was asked? Look at this response.
Yeah.
And I think if you let people have enough time to explain themselves and they're not running over each other, and then they have to be like, oh, can I use my future time to explain my past time, what I really meant?
Yeah.
To me, I don't think a lot of people resonate with candidates because it's kind of like, this is going too fast. I don't know what's going on. And I think the future of interviews are going to go long form, and people are going to pay more attention to that and actually have an impact on them going, I'm going to vote for that guy because I like the way he handled that question, and he seems like a different person, or she seems like a different person than what CNN is telling me or what the local paper's telling
See,
me.
and I like that idea, but I also think we need to add the moxie twist to it, and the champagne needs to be flowing.
I'm not sure we can do that.
Why?
Why not? Back studio, we can do whatever we want.
See, back studio, we can do whatever we want.
Back.
Come on, Mom.
Well, don't you see
It's
that?
Christy and Mel's party in the back studio.
Well, that's what we were talking about off the air. Was you have these races that aren't the juicy races, especially like
Juicy is in terms of
like just
Interest.
like
drama.
no one knows drama or more of like these are the pivotal things this position does because the last time person did such a bad job. I think it.
I don't know. I think there's some juicy drama.
Well, there's some, but like for example, like the new judge one. It's kind of like no one's been in this position. No one really knows what this position really does, and then especially to the average person, no one really cares unless this person has a prior record. That kind of thing. Oh, definitely don't vote for him because he's a Democrat.
Well, or it could be people that stir up controversy that might be running for office. There, we do have a little bit of that, and we've
yes,
got.
we do. we do.
and
Well, we have a
have
president that does that,
we
who
have
stirs it up.
I know.
And we have
He's
some
good at it.
contested, incumbents, which is always interesting because, it's we look at running for political office like a job interview because that's essentially what they're doing. They're running for us to hire them to work for us in a government capacity.
Right.
But, you've got somebody that's already in that job, and we're interviewing everybody else. And this guy was like, hey, can I keep my job? And this guy's like, no, this is why.
Yeah.
You shouldn't keep your job. Just because you want to give retirement to people, that's not the time to, but it does get a little bit tenuous and it's way more interesting than a lot of people probably expect it to be.
I think
It's
so,
not
too.
just interesting to us. It's actually interesting because think about it. We go to work every day. And, we're waiting for the bell to ring, the buzzer to go off, the
Right.
computer to shut
Right.
down, whatever. So we can go home, right? Not that we ever stop working, but most people do,
right.
And but out of that, the government's sitting there taking a chunk. They're grabbing a piece of that.
Yeah.
And so it matters to me how those dollars are being spent and who they're getting spent on. And and that's why this whole process is so important because If every day when you walked out of work, somebody reached into your pocket and took out your money, wouldn't you want to know who that person is?
Of course.
Of course.
So here's another aspect of it too. So when you and I go to a forum, we go and we're not listening to the question because we've already heard them. We're not listening to. Let's use one of our candidates, one of the candidates we work for, Clyde Vogel. Let's say he gets up and speaks. We're pretty much watching how he speaks. You know, did he cover this topic, this topic, and this topic? So we're not listening to the details of what he says. And then you add to that, we've heard all those other candidates that are working against him. We've heard them speak too. Yeah. So we pretty well know what they're going to say.
But we're also judging to see, okay, are they contradicting themselves? Are they starting to copy other people's ideas? Who are they referencing whenever they're answering questions?
So the point I'm trying to make is that
as we sit here and give away all of our secrets.
I know.
Well, that's why you need good questions to where it goes across the board.
I think if we had a forum where we had some people come in and submit questions, ask questions, I don't know. I don't know if we can get it done. Can we get it done, Christy?
You know what? We can
get
build
the
it.
old
Yes, we can.
We can build it.
What would
Yes,
y'all
we
say
can.
in y'all's professional experience dealing with candidates? I noticed locally there's some hesitation on a lot of the candidates of doing things out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely, but I think that that's everybody. But I think too that it might bring them a little bit of comfort. I mean, all the candidates know us. They may not.
Yeah, they do.
All like us tremendously sometimes.
What are you talking about?
But they know us, and so
Right.
and they know that we're going to be respectful and professional because this is our business.
Right.
So that might give them a greater level of comfort because we've got an understanding of what they're going through, what they sacrifice to do this, and and it is a sense of camaraderie. It's just like the sense of camaraderie that develops between opposing candidates.
Right.
You've got your Robert Kasperzak and Vince Santini, running against each other, and they've become great friends.
Right.
Because they're together so much. You run into the same people all the time. And so it is kind of a club whenever you get involved in this because everybody kind of knows each other. Everybody has a sense of respect for each other.
Well,
and
that doesn't get views or anything. So what you need to do is just get the Golden Hammer to host it. People will watch that.
But that would be a
'Cause they'll
challenge.
ask-
That would be a challenge because he's a candidate.
Well, the Golden Hammer, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that angle that you bring the question at, because you gotta ask those questions that you're like, where are they going with it? But then you gotta see how the candidate handles it.
You just gotta ask a question with some meat on it.
Yeah.
Got to be something that's not how do you feel about trees?
But we're also talking
Gotta
about
go a little bit meatier than
judgeships
that.
and things like that.
Yeah, but and it does matter, and everybody thinks it's just a judgeship. You know what? If you're going to court, you're gonna care about who that judge is and what their values are, and if they're wanting to interpret laws from the bench or if they're going to enforce the laws as they're written and passed by the legislature. It's
Well,
then
and
you
not
care.
only that, and this doesn't matter whether it's a new judge position or whether it's an existing position. When you have people running, I thought if everybody was a lawyer, I thought this is years ago.
Right.
I thought that if you were a lawyer, you could run for judge. That's all that it took. But every and in the smaller counties where we're working up in Walker, Madison, and Leon counties, those district judges handle both criminal and civil things.
Right.
And those guys they're great judges. They do both. And wow. But down here, it's so specialized because there's so many people, there's so many cases that you have civil judges and criminal judges. So why would you take a guy who's been a criminal attorney and put him in a civil judge position? And why would you take a guy that's been a civil judge and put him in a criminal judge position?
And it's not because they don't know the law and they don't.
But one
it's
will know it
vastly
better
different.
than the other.
Right, absolutely, and that's when it becomes so important, especially in a judgeship. And like even looking at the 9th District Court of Appeals that is looking to replace their Chief Justice. you want somebody that's got that appellate court experience, that's filed those appeals, that has been
Right,
involved, that understands
right.
the process. And you got to have somebody too, because it's not just because it's a chief justice position. You have to get somebody that understands how to administrate and be like an office manager and organize everything. So,
Right.
I think there are just a lot of aspects that a lot of people don't think about. So anyway, let's take a little break and get our guest acclimated a little bit. But yeah, so stay tuned to the Moxie Facebook page. We're going to be coming up with more information here on this new forum that we're going to be doing soon. But
that we've just decided
exactly.
we're going to do.
But
You
you're
guys
listening,
were part of it.
That's right. Wheels at work.
Yeah.
But you're listening to Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. We'll be right back.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Melanie.
And this is Christy.
Yeah, and we are with
Toast of the Town. And we're so excited.
I know we are. We have our guest in, Melissa Wickham.
Yes.
And she is the I don't know what she is.
El
chair
Capitan.
of-
El Capitan.
You are the you're the head haunch.
Well,
Yes.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
With the Metro Go Texan committee here
Yes.
in Montgomery County.
Yes. So, and you've been a part of this committee for a while.
Yes.
Yes.
About probably 25 years.
Wow. And I know, and it's a crazy time because everybody's running, and this is when we're busy because we're trying to get ready for the start of HLSR. So, all of our work is done prior to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about the committee. Why is there a Metro Go Texan committee with the Houston Livestock Show and Radio?
Absolutely. The Metro Go Texan Committee is responsible for increasing awareness of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo through special Go Texan functions. There's representatives from Harris, Brazoria, Chambers, Fort Bend, Galveston, Liberty, Montgomery, and Waller counties make up this group. There's a total of 23 Metro Go Texan committees.
Wow. See, I didn't even know there were that many. I knew there were a bunch, but I didn't know there were that many.
Yep, these are pre-show activities, and they provide a large part of the money for some of the 4-year Metropolitan Scholarships awarded by the show subcommittees. We hold dances, style shows, cook-offs, and golf tournaments, and a lot of other events to publicize the show. There's 23 committees, and they each hold up to 4 events.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So that's a lot of pre-show events, and they're all done pre-show. So that's the advantage of the Metro, is we actually get to go hang out at the rodeo. And we don't have
and get to
work so
enjoy
hard.
it. Yeah,
Because
Well,
we did it all before.
That's right. And and we started the bowling tournament this year. Last year, that has really turned into a great success, and it's something new and different. Great way to get involved, come out and show your sport. But this weekend is one of my favorite events, which is the Go Texan Dance. How many years have they been doing the Metro Go Texan Dance?
As long as I've been on the committee.
Yeah.
And it's been lots of places.
Lots of different places. And it moves around the county because we want everybody to know.
So where is it this year?
This year it's at the North County Community Center.
The North Montgomery County Community Center in Willis.
On 600 Gerald Street, just in case. Why that's in my head, it's very disturbing. But it's at 600 Gerald Street.
Because you were there for something else yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's it's not just a dance.
Right.
It's a full-fledged party. And we have a live band.
That'll be the Danny Reichley Band.
Danny Reichley Band.
Yes.
And they play great country, a little bit of everything, right?
A little bit of mix, and they're an awesome band.
Yeah.
We actually heard them at a local venue, and so I jumped on that to try and get them to come do our event.
That's great. And there's a little bit of dinner being served.
Yeah, we're going to have steak.
See?
We'll have some potatoes and green beans, tea. We'll have a bar with beer, wine, and setups.
Wow.
So it'd be a great place to be.
Great place to be. And then I know we're going to have some amazing, outstanding auction items as well.
Yes, we are. I know we'll keep some of them a secret.
Yeah,
but
because we got to have some surprises.
I know we have some fantastic artwork from our previous winners from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Very cool.
We have some Astros tickets, Rockets
Very
tickets,
nice.
and quite a few other great things in our live auction and
I know.
silent auction as well.
I know, and it's always fun. I love auctioning. I always kind of get myself in trouble sometime with the auctions.
I know.
But it's such a cool opportunity because every dollar that's raised not only goes to HLSR scholarships, but scholarships for kids specifically in Conroe and Willis school districts.
Yes. Yes.
It's a big deal. And last year we put together how much money? I think it was over $200,000. We did 10 scholarships. Is that right?
Yes, we awarded 10 scholarships in the amount of $20,000 apiece. So it was $200,000.
$200,000.
Wow.
Just
That's
for
awesome.
kids right
That's
here.
awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit, please, about the scholarships. So $20,000, like back when 100 years ago when I was in school, they were $8,000, and that was huge back then. So $20,000, is that for a semester, a year, the entire career, college career? What is
they
that?
allot those per over 4 years
over
or
the
something like
4-year
that.
period.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are certain requirements, and I do apologize for not having
No,
all of
that's
that.
fine.
No,
but
that's
they do
fine.
have to, they have to pass the classes. They have to.
Yeah, and it's a
They have to
process.
continue. they have to
Yes, and they
continue.
also have multiple opportunities for if they're struggling. They
Now,
still support them and
Do
help.
these
them
kids
with
have
what
to
they
be
need.
involved in agriculture?
Nope.
Really?
They do not.
That's awesome.
Anyone
That's
can
great.
apply for an HLSR scholarship.
Scholarship.
Right.
They just have to go. They can get the applications online.
Perfect.
and they can submit 'em.
RodeoHouston.org or com.
HLSR.com.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, HLSR.com.
And-
But I just wanted to throw out a little yay for our local committee here, the
Yeah.
Conroe, Willis, the Woodlands Metro Go Texan Committee.
Yes.
We had a badge party, actually a membership party in December, where it's kind of an appreciation deal. And they give recognition to the committees that have gone above and beyond. And we were actually recognized as members now of the HLSR $1 Million Club because
How
over the
awesome.
last years, I don't know how many
Yeah.
exactly, we alone have raised over $1 million in scholarships. to
really
go out.
That
exciting.
is impressive.
Yeah.
That's really impressive, and it's impressive for the students in Montgomery County. That's okay.
Well,
Excuse me.
so this year's dance has a theme,
Yes.
and it is
Boots, buckles, and bling.
Boots, Buckles, and Bling. And that is not to be confused with the 2020 Go Texan Parade theme, which is
Cowboy boots and country roots.
there you go. I know. One of these days we're going to get
We're
consistent with all of
test-
our themes, but it's
we're
all kind of
testing
together.
her. We're
I know.
testing
I know.
her.
She's going to kill me after this. But so dance this weekend. come out, join us. You can get the tickets online.
Still?
Yes. We may even have a couple of tables still available. Not many. They're selling out. And you get a table of 10 for $600. You can bring all your friends. It's a complete tax write-off. Just saying. And you can bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your clientele, and come and support the youth of Montgomery County. It really is just so much fun. I look forward to this event every year. And you may even know somebody who might be emceeing part of the event.
Right.
Maybe so. I don't know. But I know I'm going to be dancing. I'm actually going to go shopping for boots this week because I need a new pair of boots. It is after Christmas sale time, so I'm going to go find some new pair. And then I'll be set to go for rodeo.
I actually ran into mine the other day. I haven't had them on in 2 years, and I ran into them. I know. It seems absurd that I haven't had on a pair of boots in 2 years. I'm like, really, that's not me. But
we got to work on this.
I know. But anyway, I'll be there.
Yeah. And then, but going into that, so right after that, well, I say right after, but on February 22nd, we have the Metro Go Texan Parade here in Conroe. And this is the 55th annual. 55 years is a long time to be doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's cowboy boots and down home roots.
And
Did I get that
country
backwards?
roots.
Country roots. I'm going to get it. Brain's just dead.
Cowboy
It's
boots and
monster.
country roots.
Yes. And so you can go and if you go to conroe.org, that is the Conroe Chamber of Commerce website, you can actually download the entry form. We make it nice and easy. No complicated links. Just go there. And it's free for nonprofits
and youth
organizations, and then just $50 if you've got a business that you want to promote. And I know that last year we had such a great turnout, and the weather wasn't perfect,
right?
But we still had a fantastic turnout.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We had multiple card clubs, youth entries. It was a great parade.
Yeah, it was. And so if you have an organization that works with kids, so say you've got a dance troupe, or you're Cub Scouts, or you're 4-H. 4-H, or even if you're a band with one of the schools or homeschool band, whatever, go download your form, go to conroe.org, come be a part of the parade. To me, I remember as a kid attending the parade, and it was always a big deal. And then I remember whenever I was in junior high and high school, performing and marching in the parade with drill team, and now and then bringing my kids back when they were young to see the parade, and now they're involved in the parade, and I'm on the
mom end,
do what you're told to side of the parade, but it's such a great tradition.
It is,
and such a really great way to not only kick off Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, but to also just kind of kick off that tradition of getting your kids involved, because we don't do enough outside community stuff, and it's free to attend.
Do you know that is the one parade that stands out in my mind from being a kid? I mean, like you said, from going and riding with your troop. I think we had brownies is where I started, and then drill team and all of that, and still coming back. That is the one parade that stands out in my mind. I mean,
Mine too.
Christmas and all that is good, but this is the biggie.
Yes.
This is the grandpa.
Yes.
So we have Howdy.
We have Howdy. I even have pictures of Howdy. It's a big deal. And then, but it really is. It's a great time to kick it off. And we have all these great dignitaries that come down from Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, from the big house, and they come down, and we've got some great grand marshals that have been involved with the HLSR committee for a very, very long time. And these are people that are being honored because of their amazing service and their give back to not only, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, but to the youth and raising those scholarship dollars. So it's a really cool thing. So if people want to, if they've got any questions, what's the easiest way for them to find out answers to their questions about the dance or the parade?
The dance, they can contact me on our email, which is cwwmetro, METRO, at hotmail.com.
Okay.
That would come directly to me. And then for the parade, they can contact Courtney at the chamber.
Perfect. We're going to put these on the comment section of the show, too, so you can see those. And
Awesome. When they can also contact Will Evans or Brian Dawson.
For the parade?
Yes. They are the parade chairs, and they can answer just about any question that anybody would have. They
Yeah.
even know more than I do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we just walk around and get barked at, and we do what they tell us to, because that's what's easiest. That's the easiest thing to do for the parade. So, what else? Are there any particular performers that you're looking forward to seeing at HLSR lineup? Although not all the lineup has been released yet, which is kind of making me a little crazy.
Well, let me see. My honey and I, we do like Midland.
Yeah, that's going to be a
that
good show.
Coincidentally is Conroe, Willis, The Woodlands recognition night.
Really?
At the rodeo.
Now, see, I did not know that.
So, yeah.
There's news for Christy.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, so now I got to put that on my calendar so that I can go. And, and for any of those that want to know, here's a little bit of incentive. If you want to volunteer, if you're looking for a place to give your time and talents and energies and treasures to, you can also come and join us next year, because if you meet all the requirements and you have to show up and you got to get active and you got to do what you're supposed to, but then you get a badge and then you get entry into the grounds.
Plus one.
Plus one. And so, you can, all them girls, you can pick one out and take them with you to the show. They'll think you're all fancy because you got a badge.
Yeah.
I know.
And you get a parking pass.
I know. See? So, but you should really email cwwmetro@gmail.com. Melissa can answer all the questions about all the events, but also all the great volunteer opportunities that are coming up. And, be able to tell and share all the things that we do as the Metro Go Texan Committee. And I think a lot of people don't really realize what it is we do. So I think it's important to get the word out.
Absolutely. The new season with Houston will start April 1st, which is kind of when we start with our new events and get the year going. So if you're interested, feel free to email me.
Yeah, and our first event is usually
It's going to be July.
in July. Woo!
Okay, and that is what? What is the first event?
That's going to be a fish fry. Nope, sorry.
Bowling
Wrong.
tournament.
Bowling tournament.
Yes.
Fish fry will be
Bowling
in September.
tournament.
Bowling tournament.
Bowling tournament.
Yes.
Right here in Conroe, Texas.
Yes, and we do it
at
over
Time to Spare.
at Time to Spare.
They work with us, and it's a wonderful venue.
Yeah.
We'll throw a plug out
Big
for
time.
them.
I know. And
Yes.
they do so much to support the community.
They do.
They do.
They
and
do.
And then then after that will be the fish fry,
Fish
which is
fry.
always good. That's all you can eat catfish.
Well,
That's so good.
Well, when is a fish fry not good? Really?
Well,
Let's be
I
real.
don't know. I've had bad fish, but never at our event. That's why you gotta pick smartly, choose smartly.
Yeah.
But and so why have you stayed with this for so long?
I enjoy volunteering my time, and that's.
But there are a lot of places you can volunteer, and I know this is not the only place you volunteer, because
Right.
I know the other things that you do, or at least some of them. But why does this mean so much to you?
When my children were little, I started volunteering because I wanted to be able to help them, and I wanted them to understand what volunteering was all about. The Metro Committee was actually the first committee I started volunteering.
Really? And it's a fun
Very
group.
cool.
Yes.
It's a very fun, diverse group.
Yes.
And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. They think, oh, well, if it's, Go Texan Committee, everybody's just Cowboy Hicks, rodeo and whatever. But there's a really cool diversity of people that are there. So it's not hard to find a friend.
Yeah.
You
if
know?
you need one.
And we have a lot of fun.
Yes, we do.
We have big times.
I make that a point to have fun.
Yes, because otherwise it just doesn't make it worth all the time and energy you've got to put into it.
That's right.
Well, Melissa, thank you very much for joining
really
us today.
appreciate you being with us.
And I am excited. If you want to get those tickets, you can also search for the Metro Go Texan Dance on Facebook. And there's a great event page that has all the links on there as well. And if you go to the Conroe Chambers Facebook page, they have an event created that has all the correct links, the correct times, all of that good stuff. So make sure you do your research, get signed up, get involved with your community, have a good time, come party with me, come dance with me. I'm going to be looking, I'm going to be ready to dance on Saturday.
I know. And she will too. She really will.
Yes, even if it's by myself.
I'll dance.
See, Melissa will dance with me.
Good.
Yes.
All right. We thank you, everybody, for being with us today. Y'all join us next week. We've got a big show planned for that week, too.
I know. And
we're doing good.
I know. And make sure that you are liking and following the Moxie Innovative Facebook page.
Yes, please.
Because we're going to have announcements coming up. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
obviously, we've got a whole new forum that we're putting together. But you'll be able to see the pictures. We're going to share the pictures and stuff from the dance this weekend. So,
Yes.
we'll make you famous.
So there'll be a photographer.
That's what we do.
down here.
Absolutely. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us with Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. Make it a great week, and we will see you next Wednesday.